situations that nobody knows. If it is right, put your life and roll. Cause when you roll out, you feel empty. If you a bold God, it's all about the journey. So you say you must sit, trust when you wait. You're stronger when the lucidity of mistakes. So take a breath at the moment when you wait. Stop and realize and forever remain lucid in your waking day. No one can take your dreams away. Lucid in your waking day. No one can take your dreams away.
What up?
What's up?
Hi.
Oh, I forgot to change my flamingo.
It's so cute. I'm trying to give Cappy and them some time to join up.
Okay.
Hello, Boston.
What's up, Boston? What's up, my brother?
Hey guys, sister from another mister.
Hey, are you caught up on the shenanigans going on?
Today,
Yeah.
I heard Nunya's stream, and that's it.
I didn't even get to hear Nunya's stream. What did
Oof.
Nunya talk about?
Countersuit?
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
countersuit. Woo woo.
whoop, whoop. I mean, I've
It's
heard
strong.
some people talking, and they're saying it don't look too good because Dolly, you finna have to make an appearance.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yep.
JLR
I heard
too.
Burnt Toast is gonna do her homework this weekend and give us a nice little live with all wrapped with a pretty little bow on top on Monday.
Yep. And I'm waiting for it. So
Me
y'all
too,
gotta
I'm
wait
here for it.
too. All right. So Boston, there's been some other shenanigans.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm gonna grab my inhaler real quick. Hold on.
Get your inhaler. Sorry, that's not funny.
He's
I'm not
such a
laughing.
dork.
I'm not laughing because you needed an inhaler. I'm not laughing because you needed an
All right, I'm gonna go. All right.
Maybe you should let him down, NorCal. You tell him.
Oh, it's that bad? What the fuck's going on?
Okay, so are we getting into this? Okay, so this morning, Voices went on Dolly's and talked about the private StreamYard again. And basically, in a nutshell, what she said was that what she had heard in the StreamYard was that Queen told Aileen to go to Dolly's house, and that
Liar.
we did a private stream, and that all of us, that Joneson was in there defending him, and then that's what led to Johnson's meltdown.
And that's not what led
Johnson?
to that. That had nothing. No, yeah, that's the gist. That's what she told Dolly.
Wow.
That's what she told Dolly today.
Stop the cap. Tell him. Stop
Wow.
the cap.
Stop
Hey,
the
y'all.
cap.
So we figured it's about time to have a serious conversation. A serious talk.
Yeah, I feel like this is a pretty serious situation, and I had asked Joneson if I could join this panel today because my name was mentioned in that, the private chat, and Aileen and going to Dolly's and all that, and I was really upset about it this morning.
I can imagine.
Okay, so the first thing is that it was never said that Queen sent Aileen. No, nobody sent Aileen.
No, Aileen went there and called Queen on a FaceTime call, and then Queen was freaked out by it and called us to help us tell her to tell Aileen to get the hell out of there.
And what did we all do?
We told Aileen to get the fuck out of there.
Like, bitch, you're in court with this dude. What the fuck are you thinking? Like,
that's what I said. I said, this has got to be illegal. You shouldn't be there. What are you doing? It was.
I was shook.
It freaked me out too. It freaked me out.
It did. It freaked
me out. I didn't like it at all.
And I don't care how much you dislike somebody. You just don't go to their house. You 100%. Just don't do that.
No, and that was what was discussed. For her to say that Queen sent Aileen down there is mind-blowing to me.
She knows that's not the truth, though.
She does know that's not the truth, but we all know that Voices doesn't always tell the truth.
Oh, that's apparent, but there's multiple people back there. How does she think that was going to look? I mean, there was multiple, you know what I mean? Like, what is she thinking?
I don't know if she misunderstood or if she's twisting the truth, but where I'm coming from, and I don't have a platform, so thank you, Johnson, for giving me one to speak my
Absolutely.
feelings about this.
It
Is
affects you.
I can give two shits about Dolly, but the last fucking thing I would ever do is sit in a private DM with a group of girls where we dox people, send people to other people's houses. That is not what's happening at all. And
It's
I want to
ridiculous.
come up here and say that for myself, for my name, because I do have friends in this community that this is total fucking bullshit, and that has never happened. And I would not stay in a chat if something like that happened. And I would
I don't
never
think you would
condone
either.
anything like that. I wouldn't do it to my worst enemy.
It was known in that private StreamYard that everybody was shook.
Well
That it
known.
was well known. I made it very known that nobody supported that shit.
I think you even hear Queen say, "Get something like, what are you doing there? Get the fuck out of there," or something like that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I was screaming at Alien to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Voices or something else.
And Voices knows that. So I don't know why she's saying that Queen sent Aileen to Dolly's. I mean, she sounds as ignorant as the motherfuckers that say that Queen sent her to Savannah. It's the same thing. Nobody sent Aileen anywhere. Aileen does what Aileen wants to do. I mean,
And honestly, like, it's like, I've spoke on this publicly. Like, she's a liability. I don't fuck with what she does. You know, like,
I don't fuck with what she does either.
When she was down there in Savannah, I was totally okay with it until, like, she said some of the really nasty things she said. And I was like, yeah, like, I was like, dude, this is not what we're about. You know, this is going to spin out of control, and the bad is going to outweigh the good completely. And it did. And then when she went down to the meet and greet thing, I was just like, you know what? Like, this is fucking stupid. This is not for the greater good. You're not doing something good. You're just being an asshole to these people. They're not bothering anybody. They want to meet with themselves. Like, who cares, right?
Right.
You know,
she went to the meet and greet too, where White Boy went.
Well, yeah, she went to the wrong restaurant or something.
The wrong
but she was
Garden.
Yeah, she was trying to track them down during that, and like it's just fucking ridiculous.
You're right,
but
Roger. We did know. We've been waiting. You know, this wasn't a shock.
It was more of a when than an if, because people had warned us, and we are also have seen her patterns play out on, you know, in front of us on YouTube here. You know, from Critical K to Molly, from Natasha Cooper to Molly. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen it. So it's like, you, just like with Molly and, you know, Natasha Cooper and Critical K and whoever else, you were super okay with whatever they did and super friendly to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the 11th hour of whatever was going on, you were okay until this 1 minute where you want to make a public spectacle of yourself, like, you know, denouncing everything and just totally flipping on whoever you're hanging out with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we've seen that, like, play out, and it's just like, even Laura and Dolly's chats are like, what are you guys doing? Like, like, Voices lies. Come on, guys. Like, well, she's not credible. She lies. Come on. And I just feel like it, as creators, them aligning with hers is kind of like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I can't understand why Voices is saying and doing what she's doing. I just really wanted to come up here and say that whatever she said on Dolly's today, I mean, like, this, if Dolly hears this, I hope he, like, I don't know. That never fucking happened the way that she put it down today.
Not even close.
Not even fucking
Well, it
close.
seems like even Dolly's chat knew that.
Yeah,
oh, really?
They did.
Thank God.
Mm-hmm. They definitely did.
Hey, Dolly, if you're listening,
I mean,
I can't stand your fucking ass, but I can swear to you on everything I love, it didn't go down like that.
He knows it didn't. What this is him allowing her up there to stir more shit, but he knows the truth. But we want everyone to know the truth. There was a private StreamYard that went down when I got upset. A private StreamYard was had, and things were said. What Voices is saying is not what was said. It's being twisted. It's being manipulated, and she is fucking lying.
Manipulated would be a understatement, in my opinion.
And she knows, and so does Dolly, and so does Laura. Anybody letting her on their panel, they know they have to take whatever she says with a grain of salt. Let's make it known. Everything that was said in that StreamYard, we had already had conversations in private about it.
Many.
Right.
And Voices didn't know that. So, because it's not her fucking business. It was my mistake for letting her into that stream because I thought she had a problem with someone else that was in it. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason I let her in. She has not been allowed in any Discords, any private StreamYards, any private DMs with anybody before my breakdown or after my breakdown.
Right, and the purpose of gathering in the private StreamYard is to try to squash shit out and make it better. It's not to fucking go run. Like, the first thing she did when she got out of the StreamYard was run to Queen and say, I took notes, don't worry, and so-and-so's not your friend, and blah, 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 blah. And, like, come on, like that. I knew that happened before before I was even informed. I knew that was going to happen.
What now?
It's just fucked up the way Voices said it this morning. It just totally triggered me, and I was like, there's no fucking way I would ever condone or be a part of anything like that ever.
Well, and she said it on Loris too. Like, she named me and you, as well as Johnson, and Help Me Facebook and Queen, and it's just like, come on, dude, really? I've never doxed anybody ever, and I don't look into people, and no matter how much I dislike somebody, I don't ever support them being fucked with or being doxed. So I don't know.
100%. We don't fucking do that shit. I would not hang out with somebody that does. Tell you that much.
From day one, we've never supported doxing. We've never supported people talking about other people's kids. We've never supported real life shit, ever.
No.
That's been like the Hive rule.
And that's what freaked me out the most, because it was like, that's what freaked all of us out. We were like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on?
And that's why
why is this bitch doing that?
With Aileen or fucking saying hi to her or anything like that. I don't agree with what she does, and she is not my friend.
No.
That shook me. It
shook me too.
I didn't ever contact Dolly for any reason. I asked Aileen to leave Dolly's house. Yeah.
No, that's exactly what we're saying.
This is just part of, like, I think what she does, part of her pattern. Like, some people, in other communities, and when she leaves.
Yeah, it is a pattern. Yeah, it is. And that's why I think we were all prepared. This all comes from my lapse of judgment and allowing her to attend that private StreamYard. Private things should stay private, but you're always going to have that one, right? You're always going to have that somebody that's fucked up. And not only do they come out with private information, but they twist it to make it worse.
That's the fucked up part.
They manipulate it to make it be something it's not. She needs to get a grip and cut the shit.
Yeah, and Queen told Aileen to fucking leave. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
That says it all.
Get out of there. What are you doing, dude?
And Aileen, Queen B's right. Aileen has said this time and time again. I didn't send her to Savannah, and I sure as hell didn't send her to Dolly's.
Right.
She just said in chat just now. She was in chat. Did you guys see, like, a couple of minutes ago? And she's like, I'll do whatever the hell I want. Pretty much,
You don't tell Aileen what to do. She does it.
No, Aileen does what Aileen does.
Yep. Yeah, we all told Aileen to get the fuck out of there.
And another lie. Okay, so basically the private StreamYard did happen, but what she said was that Queen sent Aileen. That's a lie that needs to be corrected. And that's what we're doing here. Another lie she said was that Queen had I'm just read Queen's comment. I sure as fuck didn't have a goddamn watch party with Gannon's photos either. Let's get that cleared up while I'm in here as well. That's right.
Lie.
Queen, come out.
Yeah, there was no fucking autopsy watch party. That's bullshit.
She's saying that Queen sent Aileen to Dolly's house, when in reality, Aileen went to Dolly's house. No one fucking knew about it. And then she called Queen to show her, and Queen was like, get the fuck out of there. What are you doing? Hey, Queen.
Hi, Queen.
Hey, baby, I want to know when the fuck have you ever talked to Dolly? I never spoke to Dolly to tell Dolly any fucking thing, first of all. So
no, we didn't say that.
No.
Okay, well, somebody just came in here talking about I low-key told Dolly. I didn't tell Dolly anything.
No. Aileen said...
Somebody's got super feedback.
On a public live is what they're meaning by you had mentioned it, that Aileen had pulled up on him I think twice on a public live. And that was like Dolly was already informed, basically. Yeah.
Like, you hinted at it on a live. That's all.
Yeah, it's nothing new. And no, I didn't tell Dolly because I don't talk to Dolly. But I did say it on my live stream.
That's right.
Tell Dolly shit. That's what you talk to Dolly, period.
That's what you meant.
That's right. That's what we were saying.
Yeah, what do you do?
Hey, Aileen.
Hi. So if you're going to talk about me, see, Queen told me to come up, so I'm
here. That's what I just said. She kept saying that I low-key told Dolly. I said I didn't tell Dolly shit.
Yeah, they did say that because I was sitting here listening to the whole thing. Yes, they did say that.
We did not say that.
What?
Nobody talks to Dolly on this panel.
Right.
That she low-key told Dolly, and that
to a live
through a public live stream.
Low-key.
Through her public live stream, Aileen, is what we were talking about.
Let's get something straight here, all right? I already heard all you don't like me. I don't give a fuck cool.
And I don't know who told you
I'm
that.
dirty, but listen, let's get something straight. I'm not afraid of nobody.
What is she
But let
tripping
me-
on?
Let's
I
go
don't
ahead.
know.
Hey,
No,
this
I'm down.
straight.
I'm
Oh
down.
my
I
God.
started Dolly's
Let's
to
get it
Doc's
straight.
Dolly. I have a friend that was 3 blocks away, and when I realized where this was, I said, "Oh shit, come with me over here." So we drove over to the house to see how dirty the house is, and when I tell you it's dirty, this shit is dirty.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
And
He's
she
got a
called.
garden,
Sure.
all right? You want to see his garden? You can't see. You want to know why? 'Cause
You were just around the block already? Sure, bro. Like, come on. Sorry. Not sorry. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time
I'm
believing
still
you're just
stuck
around the
on the
block.
Queen.
I went there on my own. I was.
Yep.
I told you
I
this,
know.
Queen, already. I told you.
Right, I know, but you know what? Okay, Voices went up on Dolly's fucking live stream, and I mean, not everybody already knows Voices is a fucking liar. We know Voices is a liar. We knew she was a fucking liar when she was up on my fucking live stream. She got called out all the fucking time, so we understand she lies. Like everybody knows that. I think Dolly knows that. I think everybody's well aware of that. What from my understanding, I guess Dolly didn't know that you were outside of his house, but PJ did because she mentioned it in the chat and said, "Don't come back to my fucking house," or "Don't come back to his house," or something, or whatever.
I don't scare that
So
much.
even if Dolly wasn't listening to the live stream, PJ was. So they fucking knew. And when they said
Yep.
I low-key told Dolly, they meant because I said it on a live stream.
And you didn't say Aileen necessarily. I don't think you even said Aileen. You just said
No.
somebody went out there.
Somebody. You said,
Oh, that's right. 'Cause I'm not all there. I forgot.
well, let her
I didn't.
explain.
Who said you're not all there?
Everybody in your chat. I'm not all
No.
there.
Look at Penny's comment. No, Jones, it didn't say anyone's names to her.
I sure didn't.
Okay.
Why? I mean, me and Penny aren't friends. Why would she lie?
Yeah.
Right, but either way,
I have
Dolly,
the email.
I didn't send you to Dolly's house. I didn't even know you were there
No,
until
you
after
didn't.
you were fucking there and you called. On
And
the
we told
fucking
you to
phone.
get the fuck out of there.
And we did tell you to leave. I said, "Oh my God, Aileen, what the fuck are you doing
You said,
there?"
let me call. I gotta call the
I
girls.
said, "I gotta call the girls. This is fucking nuts. You need to get out of there. You got an open case." And you said, "I don't give a fuck him." I was like,
I don't got no case. He's got the case. I don't
right,
got
that's
no
what you
case.
said. I don't have a case. He's got a case. Fuck him. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta tell the girls this is nuts. I even messaged Savage and was like, "Savage, we have an emergency. We gotta get Aileen out of there." She said,
Come
"Aileen,
get your bitch. Come get your bitch.
Savage was like, "She got to get out of there. She needs to get out of there. She's got that case." Which I mean, that's all that was really said.
Yeah,
you're grown. You're gonna do what you want to do. I'm not in control of you.
Yeah, just like everybody's saying that. First Savage sent me to Savannah. Then you sent me to Savannah. No, see, nobody even knows the whole story of Savannah because I was
Laura,
Savannah 3 days
supposedly,
prior.
Right?
Huh?
Didn't Laura say that?
Laura introduced
Laura
me
knew
to Aileen.
You
because
wanted
I
her
was
to
there
go
3
with
days.
you or something?
Yeah, I was there 4 days prior. The one day I got there was 11 o'clock at night. I brought the stuff for the baby to put there. When Michael was pulling in as I was putting the stuff down there because the memorial was in the front. So I said, "Well, who are you?" I started talking to him. He said, "Well, who are you?" I showed him what I was bringing. They actually brought it in the house because it was a lot of stuff. And I had a card, and it was from all, everybody, Savage and everybody that Deeds on the Streets, everybody that was, in the little group. I put on their card and everything and gave him the stuff. And we were in the back in the house talking for like, I don't know, an hour or two. That's when I had tried to find Savage. And then when I pulled up Savage's name, it came up in Queen Bee. I didn't even know who Queen Bee was. I said, "Who the fuck is Queen Bee?"
Oh, that's okay. So then as soon as Penny got word, Penny's like, Queen Bee sent Aileen, and she said that shit through the whole fucking YouTube streets. When she found out the truth, she tried to fucking clear up that rumor, but it was already too late. She had already fucking ran her mouth and told a million people.
Penny's not too bad. She calmed down a bit.
So she cleared it up. Yeah, she did try to clear it up. She
was in the chat trying to clear it up earlier too. Yeah.
So let me back up to the foul things Aileen said because she's a fucking nasty individual. Aileen didn't say no foul things. Let me back up to what Cappy was saying.
Let's address that. Yeah.
About yourself. So no, Aileen was there. See, you probably didn't even see 3 days prior to that when they were harassing me, telling me my pussy stank, and then my palooka was hanging all over, and my asshole smelled, and he was gonna hit my
I got video of that. Yeah, I got.
Yeah,
that's terrible. I'm sorry they said that to you.
And we went back to Orlando, okay? Because I wasn't even in New Jersey, okay? I was 3 hours away. So I thought about it for a couple of days. I said, "Oh, fuck this." 3 days later, bitch, Aileen goes back, and that's when Aileen was full force with the costume. No, Aileen's not a bit off. Aileen was pissed that she was told that her pussy stank, and her palooka was hanging all over, my feet smelled, everything else smelled, and he was going to hit my dogs.
Okay.
No, I hear you. When you said that about Molly's
mom, I know, but like saying stuff about like someone's mama dying of cancer in comparison to like your fupa, that's not even like, not even the same.
Back up to why I said that. See, it's okay that Marissa could say that about other people, right?
No, it's not. But if you want to be just as dirty as her, that's on you, baby girl.
You gotta play dirty, right? Well, that's how I play dirty.
I mean, that's you.
That's right. That's me. That's always gonna be me. But I'm not.
Okay.
the nasty foul things that
No
Aileen
kidding.
said. That was the only nasty foul thing Aileen said.
Like a
Besides
tag team.
Boston and Jones and everybody else up there said they didn't like me. So what the fuck? What do you mean?
I said I don't fuck with. I said I don't fuck with what you do. I don't fuck with what you do because you go out of your way to show up places like at the meet and greet. Like, what the fuck was the point of that?
Aileen, I got a phone
They
call.
invited
You're sitting in front of Dolly's fucking house. So yeah, I'll speak for myself.
Yeah,
I don't fucking
exactly.
like you.
I don't give a fuck. I'll go anywhere I want. I'll go for the
Oh, calm down. Calm down, liability, Linda. Calm down.
Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Oh,
Fuck.
God.
Let's go.
I don't
Calm
mind
it. Take it down a notch. Take it down a notch.
Texas, I'll be at your house. I don't care.
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, nobody likes people
Well,
like that.
okay,
So
look, I've been here almost 4 years. Joneson's only been here 6 months.
Yeah.
She was only here a couple months when that happened. So yeah, it scared the fuck out of her. And she was like, okay, I thought that was like part of doxing. I didn't know. And I said, no, doxing is what happened to me. You've seen that happen firsthand. So she's seeing things happen firsthand, whereas we've been here. We know how shit goes down. We know how things are here.
I showed no address. I showed no.
No, you
I
didn't.
showed
You
no.
didn't.
No, but you just showed up
No,
at his
but-
house and it
Yeah.
fucking scared the shit out of her. She was not
that,
prepared for
yeah,
that.
that's going
all
real.
I
It's not
said.
doxing. It's not doxing, but it's going real life. You're showing up at somebody's house. That's going real life. You're doing some real life shit.
And that's everything we're against at the Hive, by the way.
Oh,
We don't
don't
do
worry.
real
I
life
can leave
shit.
the hive. That's not a problem. I don't mind leaving the hive. It don't bother me.
Well, just stop attaching. Like, just don't try to attach real life shit. That's all I'm saying, dude.
Maybe justice will be served and the whole thing will,
Oh,
you
it's
know.
going to be served. Oh, absolutely. It's going to be served. And he seems to think he's not going to jail. But the son of a bitch is going to jail because I speak to my person all the time at the court.
But what if his
Keep doing crazy shit like you do, and you're gonna end up in the same place, though.
that's what
Eileen.
I was thinking. Like, what
Seriously.
What if this
listen,
goes
you think
against
prison,
it?
Dude, you think I'm afraid of prison?
No, I don't. I never said that.
Please, that don't bother me.
I never said that. I actually don't think you're afraid at all. But like, would it really be worth it though to you?
For what though? Go to prison for what? What did I do? Did I lay a
I
hand
don't.
on him?
I didn't say you were good. Listen, I said you could end up in trouble too. Keep doing the crazy shit you do.
Well, that's why I was never into trouble because
And your response was that you weren't scared. So that's what I said.
Who the one said that didn't like me? Was that you?
That's me, NorCal. I don't like you.
No, I didn't.
I said I don't fuck with you.
Who was it? Wasn't there was another one on there that said that didn't like me?
Guess what? I don't care what anybody else thinks. I just speak for myself. So you don't need to lump me in with everybody else.
Right. Yeah. Me too.
Do you not think Dolly finding out that you were the one that went out there is going to affect that case between you and him?
No, because I didn't
It
assault him.
will.
I knew he was home.
It still won't look good.
Well,
Even
I was
if
gonna
there's no
say,
charges
and
on
that's
you,
why I
it doesn't
said I
look
gotta
good.
call the girls because what the fuck would you? You wasn't listening to me when I told you to leave. You were like, "No, fuck that bitch." I'm like, "Oh my god."
What's wrong with calling your friends when you're in a
I
hitch
did. I
like
told her
that?
I said, "I'm calling the fucking girls." I said, "I'm calling the girls, man. Fuck this. I'm calling the girls."
To be totally fucking honest, she put you in a fucking very uncomfortable situation. Let's just be real about that shit. Let's not make excuses for that shit and fucking and handle it with kid gloves. She put you in an uncomfortable situation that you didn't need to be alone, in that situation with her.
Listen to your friend, Queen. Go ahead. That's right.
Yeah, you got that right. You got that right. I'm her fucking friend. I look out for her and I don't fucking attach her to some fucking off the wall, fucking off the rails, unhinged, fucking rolling up on people's house bullshit. Yeah.
Straight up.
Straight up, girl.
I am straight up. I ain't fake at all. Ain't nothing fake about me, baby.
There's nothing fake about me neither, girl.
Clearly.
Right.
That I'll give you.
Mm-hmm. This is done. I'm leaving. I'm out of the hive, and I'm done with Queen. Do not text me no more. Bye.
Enough of the dramatics. Really? Seriously? Okay.
What the hell?
Bye.
She just
fucking dramatic. Let her go. Bye.
I tried.
Fucking liability.
You did try, Green.
Jesus.
She's a total liability.
Liability, Linda.
There's a lot of motherfuckers out here that do a lot of fuck shit that I don't fucking like. Just like fucking voices, but I allowed her to come up on my fucking panel and sit there for 7 months knowing damn well she was going to snake me. I knew she was going to snake me from day one.
Eventually, yeah.
But guys, listen.
I seen it coming. I watched her do it with Critical K. I watched her do it with Molly. I watched her do it with Natasha. I watched her do it with Granny's fucking watchings. I mean, Jesus, fuck.
It's like 5 different communities or creators.
You were trying to talk her off of a cliff, and that's all, and that's all. Like somebody calls you and like, look what I'm doing. What are you supposed to do?
No,
You call
she
your
didn't
friends
listen.
to help
So I
you.
said, I'm calling the fucking girls. I need shit. We got to
She
get you out
needs
of
to
there.
be-
We've got to get you the fuck out of there. And I understand it, freak Jones and out. I get it. I understand why. She's not used to this shit. I noticed the voices said something about I texted her or something when she had 200 people. Girl, you ain't had 200 people in your fucking life since 2 years ago. Stop it. Stop it.
She said that.
And I didn't fucking text you over Gannon. I never had a fucking watch party like this. That shit's insane. I'm not even going to continue to keep addressing that shit because y'all are reaching way too fucking much with that bullshit.
Well, that's what
Just
all
like when
this.
she came up and was showing fucking screenshots of fucking Dolly. What did we do? We didn't just let her flash one fucking screenshot and okay, we're gonna believe it.
Yeah, no,
Hell,
we asked
we
for
did a
more of
whole
the
fucking thread.
conversation.
We needed to see all of it, and even though
We
we
need to
didn't like
see a
Dolly, we
screen
still fucking
recording.
corrected it. But I didn't see a motherfucker correcting it. Did you? I sure as
No.
fuck didn't see Penny or anybody else asking for motherfucking proof besides one screenshot flashed in their fucking face. I told her to come back here and look at fucking emails, not pictures. She made it very fucking clear. She didn't want to see any kind of pictures, right? So why the fuck would I invite her back there? And why would she say I'm here at the bottom of it? Bitch, miss me with that bullshit. I'm sick of that shit.
Either way, it's fucked up. Either she was there to see the autopsy photos and she's lying about her whole ideals and why she died on that hill, or she, you know, like, I mean, either way, it's a lie, truthfully, right?
She sat there and said, "Oh well, they're in a chat. They're in a doxing chat." No, that's not a doxing chat.
No,
that's going to fucking Dolly's and us saying, me saying you need to fucking leave. And then I called you guys and said, help me get her out of here. Like, we got to tell her to, like, we got to get her out of there. That's not good. That's not fucking good. And we said that from the fucking jump. But Aileen is a grown-ass woman. Aileen's going to do what Aileen wants to fucking do. No one's going to be able to stop her. She's going to do what she wants to fucking do.
She said it.
The problem here is, though, that Voices knows that, and she still chose to tell Dolly something totally different.
Yes. She knew
exactly
what happened. And she just tried to paint the narrative with Dolly because of what's going on right now with the community.
Exactly. She knows better. She's smart.
Thanks for letting me come up, Jones. And I'm sorry I got heated with Aileen. And you know, and I am sorry to Aileen. I don't want to yell and be like that, but when she comes up acting all crazy, and I've already been feeling in my feelings today about this whole situation. But thank you for letting me come up and say my piece, and that's all I gotta say. But I gotta go, you guys. You guys have a good night.
Thanks for being
Love you, baby girl.
Love you.
Bye. Listen, I'm mad about her like pulling others in and it falling in the lap of others with the real life, I'm in real life type of bullshit.
Well, the fact
that's
is,
my issue.
Yeah, Voices is making it a problem on her grand tour. I don't know what she wants from this attention. I don't know, but how spineless do you have to be?
Was she was bitching about money, something about Laura. She asked Laura, she said, you made $100 off my stream. Are you going to give me 50 of it? And Laura said no.
Yeah.
I love Laura right there.
Laura, for one.
I think that's hilarious.
Well, let's think about it.
She was never in any private messages. She was never in any fucking discords. And like, rightfully so, just like she said, she already knew I knew she was a snake. So why the fuck would I ever do or say anything that she's going to be able to come back out and fucking run off and get the fuck out of here?
She would. That's what I said earlier. She was never trusted enough.
Fuck it was. Everybody had already been warned me and told me, but I seen the shit with my own fucking eyes. Come on now.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. She was never trusted enough to have access to any places where shit like that would even go down, if it ever did, and it never did. So it's like she never was in those tight circles.
I'll pay for those notes. Yeah. Everything's already been said on a fucking live stream, but go ahead, waste your money. Fuck, I'd have charged his ass $500. I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. Go Voices, charge his ass fuck a couple $100. Go ahead, sell him that bullshit. Make your money, girl. Do your thing.
The whole point of the private StreamYards was because there was private shit that was being spewed publicly, and it didn't need to be. So we went backstage to have a private conversation, to handle shit like adults, to talk it out, to have conversations. Now, why anybody would need to take notes during that conversation, who the fuck knows? That's wild as fuck, because it should have never left there at the end of the day. Second, if you're going to take notes, I'm going to need you to have some kind of court reporter type skills and make sure that your notes are on point, because your notes so far haven't aligned with shit that actually happened there. And then third of all, on top of that, it makes absolutely no sense that this was 2 months ago, maybe?
Yep.
2 months later, and now, like, you've been hanging out with people this whole time, you haven't had no problems. Now all of a sudden, it's a problem for you. That's very, very confusing to me. And for me, I didn't go in there because like I knew y'all like that. I went in there just to be a voice of reason for people who you could hear that everybody was very emotional in the moment and very upset, to try and like be a middleman to kind of hear all sides of it and come to a resolution, because that's what the fuck adults do. Adults talk about shit in private. They communicate with each other. They handle that shit. And even at the end of it, if it's a agree to disagree or we don't fuck with each other anymore, then they walk away from there. They don't do no bitch ass shit like run to the internet with their notes.
Like when you align with somebody who's quote unquote exposing private conversations and things that were said in what was supposed to be a private setting, it's like, how are you? I get wanting to hear the tea and shit, right? But like, you can't take everything like for gospel, because obviously that person has no fucking tact and like no integrity. when it comes to a friendship or when it comes to fucking private conversation. Like she said it herself, I'll expose everybody. I'll expose all the private shit.
Yeah, expose it all, whatever. Please, Dolly, please somebody pay the money for those notes.
I'll write some notes up. You can buy them from me if you want.
Right. I'll give you my notes, which I have none, but they're all mental notes. But I was there.
She can make a whiteboard.
The other thing I was going to say, Cappy, which is kind of what you were saying. My thing is what you're doing right now. It speaks more to your character and who you are. And I think I already said it publicly yesterday. But when I went in there, I was the new person, right? And I didn't know any of the history that was happening between ex-friends at that moment, right? And literally Voices was like, you need to swear on your kids that this isn't going to leave here. How is it possible, one, that you make me swear on my kids that it's not going to leave there? That, you know, like you question my integrity. Meanwhile, you're over there with your fucking Etch-a-Sketch in your notes. Like that's the craziest shit I've ever heard. First of all,
to release, you gotta be a filthy bitch to release private conversations, but you gotta be even filthier to release false private conversations.
Right? Yes. And the other thing I thought of was like it just makes no sense. It just makes no sense at all. Like, tell me you want attention without telling me you want attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Her whole gotcha moment, right, is like as if even as adults, when the conversation ended in that private StreamYard, before it even ended, actually, I went to Queen and I said, okay, I've heard everybody else's side of things. Tell me your side. Let's talk about it. She explained to me, gave me way more context than I received at the time. It kept going from there. Then we talked more about it. We continued to have adult conversations from there, and shit was worked out. And even at the end result was we just don't fuck with each other from here. Okay, great. Move on. You know, everybody move on to your corner of YouTube. Okay, great. You know, but like to me, it's like, what did you think was going to be exposed?
That's what I don't understand that part right
She
now.
doesn't understand, or she thought something was going to be exposed because she didn't know that we all continued having private conversations because she wasn't clued in on that.
Oh, that makes sense.
I think she thinks it was just kind of swept under the rug and we just continued on.
Yeah, and
we never talked about it after that.
Yeah, everything she's saying now is a new thing for Queen.
Yeah,
but that's what happens when you're out of the loop. There was no need to continue. For me, there was no need to continue a conversation with her because it didn't have anything to do with her. So for me, I want to make sure that, like, okay, you know, I want to give everybody a fair chance. Queen hadn't spoke yet because she wasn't there. So, okay, let's give everybody a fair chance and let's move on.
It's like she's like using some buzzwords here and there too, like with the whole watch party thing, calling it a watch party. Like that puts like a that gives like a sleazy vibe to it, right?
Exactly,
where
Cappy.
like
and
it wasn't.
Let's get our popcorn and go watch an autopsy video. Ridiculous. I mean, come on.
And it was like it was already
Does she
said.
really think that? Does she really think that that's what it was? Like in her crazy fucking brain, is that what she's thinking? I'm sorry.
Well, she's saying she went to it though, isn't she? Though at the same time, she's saying she
is.
Came
the
to it.
screenshot I got today says I'm
here.
Yep,
exactly.
I got it.
And before she's talking about Patreon photos, so I don't know, Voices.
So that doesn't make sense.
Watch party. She maybe got there and it was over, and she got all whatevered and got upset with us back then. But she got upset at us at some point.
Well, that doesn't make sense
like her
because she said
and finding things in the past that we did and rewriting them so she could use them for us in the present.
Well, and it doesn't make sense because she said she hasn't seen them and didn't want to see them. So if she was saying I'm here. You know what I mean?
Exactly. No, but she said that after. She said that like way after that. So maybe I don't know.
And at the end of the day, here's the thing. It's time to move on. It's time for everybody to move on at this
definitely.
point. You go around telling your lies or whatever. The only thing I would ask is any creator that chooses to give her a platform, please make sure it's receipts or it didn't happen.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
It needs to be like conclusive receipts, not no fake shit, not no crop shit, not half a conversation. Because the shit doesn't actually exist. So that would be my only request before, especially like if it has anything to do with me, please. All I ask is receipts or it didn't happen.
Like you're just trying to hurt people and spread false bullshit about people. For why? We weren't mean to you. Like I don't get it, dude.
I don't get it either because
I enjoyed chopping it up with you and laughing and stuff. Like maybe I didn't trust you and didn't jump in like private DMs with you, but we had fun and stuff. And I ignored what people said because I was like, you know what? Maybe she is trying to do better. It is what it is. If she does, she does. If she doesn't, she doesn't.
She's not doing it on her channel.
When she broke up with Ellie, we thought it was kind of like a joke. We thought she wasn't being serious until we realized she was. Okay, if you want to break up with Ellie and break up with the Hive and break up with everybody who's seen any of those autopsy photos, that's fine. But nobody said anything to torque you up to where you thought you needed to come out with some false shit. I don't understand the motive here. It's not like you left the Hive and the Hive attacked you. That didn't happen. You did this from nowhere for no reason. And then you doubled down on it because you were told that somebody was talking about your mental health, and you pulled a Laura, and instead of going and fucking checking for yourself, you kept running that fucking mouth.
We were saying like, hey, come back. It's not that deep. We did it more than once on a live stream. Like, and
we were
then
giving
she's
her
like,
a pass because it was emotional time and everything. But truthfully, this look with the screenshot and whatever, like either way, it's a bad look for Voices, right? I mean, because truthfully, like she was there. I'm here, guys, to see it. So
to me, I got to be the other, see the other side of things. At the end of the day, she showed you who she was from day one. She already had a history and a past, and I'm not knocking it, but y'all gave her a chance, and she ruined that
More
chance.
than one. More than
and
one.
so therefore, like it's not like me personally, I don't feel like it's 100% her. It's it's maybe I give it about 80-20 at this point. But at the end of the day, she showed everybody who she was before this. This just reconfirms what people already knew about her, and to me, it's move on. No matter how many live streams she does, no matter what lie she says at this point, again, unless an actual receipt is shown, then it's an ignore it for me.
Exactly. Me
Yeah.
too.
Me too.
I'm done. This is like exhausting because it's just she's going to spin whatever we say because she lives in different like reality sometimes. And
for me, I can't understand that she doesn't see what she looks like by immediately jumping to Laura's panel and now Dolly's panel. Are you seeing yourself?
Take a step back.
Are you seeing yourself?
Right. Not always, but a lot.
I mean, there was no misunderstanding. Like, there was no misunderstanding her pulling up to Dolly's house. So, like, that was
no.
like a
I'm
physical
not saying that.
action.
I'm just saying, in general, her way of speaking, and she's so fast, you kind of miss.
No, I get you. I get what you're saying. Like, she talks really fast, and she's kind of hype.
Tomorrow is supposed to be a fun day on YouTube, allegedly, because it's Friday and everybody's supposed to be having a good time. So if we could just have somebody host a breakup stream, and everybody who wants to break up with us, they just come on that stream, break up with us.
Yeah,
this is the breakup stream.
Tonight. Get it over
and
with.
It'll be Single Ladies Friday when we're all broken up with.
Yeah. If you
all the
want
single
to break
ladies,
up,
all the single ladies,
if you want to break up with us, or you want to break up with Voices, whoever you feel personally you need to break up with, tonight's the night.
Yeah, I want to put this thing about Queen doxing people to bed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
I want to shoot it dead and bury it, because Queen says on her panel, people send stuff to her that dox other people. They'll send it to her in emails. They put it in her frickin' chat.
Yeah.
And the mods over there have to block and remove left and right because people want to dox. They put government names, they put addresses, it doesn't matter who we're talking about. And because she says, oh, people sent me this dox information, or Queen doesn't roll that way. Just because she sent something doesn't mean that she's going to be using it, because she doesn't believe in that. I mean, 100% down, she does not dox. And Queen's mods in her inner circle, or whatever you want to call it, which I'm not really a part of, so don't jump on me. But the thing is that they don't either, because we're all of like mind. We don't believe in doxing. We don't want to go real life. Okay, so just for the people in the back, because somebody puts a government name or somebody puts dox information out there, does not mean that we're down with that. Even with people that Queen calls out, or Joneson calls out, or whatever, if they hear some F shit, okay, they're going to check it out first. They want the receipts. They're not just going to run around. Okay, I'm going to take a step back here. We did believe Georgia Peach when she said that Laura fell in the driveway and broke all of her teeth. But other than that,
that's true.
Other than that, if it's something fairly egregious, they're going to research it and see if it's just some sort of rumor. If somebody's trying to get some other creator in trouble and get Queen to call out something that's not true, she's going to research it. She's going to find out if there's any truth to it.
You have to vet the information. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a motherfucking defamation. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that effing simple. I don't understand what people don't understand. I didn't view the vote. You know what I mean?
The truth is, she clicked the link to go in. Queen did not come into text Voices in the middle of her live and tell her to shut it down and to come look. That's not how it happened. And we're better people, so we're not going to show the screenshots. But just know that's not how it happened.
We have them.
And I'm going to say this big word, okay? Relevancy.
Ooh, I like it.
Relevancy. Everybody say it with me. Relevancy.
Relevancy.
It's like a woosah, okay? And don't get me wrong, because I don't harbor anything against anyone. You know, I accept everybody where they are and whether I agree with them or not. But voices going on panels for people that she was just weeks ago saying derogatory things about is trying to be relevant. And at YouTube, we all know that clicks and views bring us super chats, they bring us views, they bring us AdSense, all that sort of thing. So if you look at since the big breakup and voices, you know, saying her piece, she's had 1,000 something views, almost 2,000 on one of them. And then once that's done, then her views go back down to like 400. So acting like she has some sort of inside poo from the back end, because people assume if you're on panel that you've got some CIA kind of secret shit that's going on. That's not the way that happens, by the way.
No, because I don't know.
But going on these panels and people allowing her because they're waiting for some really juicy stuff. And if the stuff isn't juicy, then it's not worth their time.
Right.
So that's how things get expanded. They get exaggerated. They get more detailed, you know, because they think she has some sort of deep, dark secret. And that's not the case, because she wasn't that trusted. And I'm sorry, voices, if you're listening, she wasn't that trusted by Queen or the Hive. And we were giving her grace. We were giving her, you know, giving her a place to fit in. And she does have some wonderful things to talk about with regard to YouTube history and advocacy and things like that. And bless her heart for that. But what I'm seeing here is trying to be more relevant. You know, we got rogue mods and people threatening to do away with themselves. And, you know, we have people over here that are, look, I know that she did that on her Patreon, or they did this in their Discord, and, you know, all that other stuff. Drama sells.
Yeah, it does. I think it, you know, there's a lot of things being told that aren't true, and it needed to be corrected, or we needed to at least feel like we corrected it. Whatever happens from here, we can't do anything about, but we're over it. We're over it.
I think we all should just move on after tonight.
And I think that the best thing would just be to go our separate ways, voices. You didn't have to go this route.
I thought you meant us for a minute.
You're trying to hurt me, and you're trying to hurt Queen. And really, you're hurting a lot of people outside of that. You know, you're
probably yourself too.
And yourself. Yeah, it's not good, man. Just move on, do your thing, do your true crime, do your advocacy thing, and just keep it pushing.
I'm praying for your grandma.
Absolutely.
I think we all wish her the best, right?
Yeah.
I think we all do.
So for last night, I was still upset. You know, I'm still upset right now, but you know, I mean, that I know she's going through a lot. You know what I mean? I just don't know why she went this route.
Well, we continued to try to get her to come back around. She wasn't having it. She's told something that wasn't true. She didn't research it. She ran with it, and she created all this chaos. I hope you feel really good about yourself.
It's all that for the greater good, remember? The greater good? What
well,
greater good are you
feel
going
like you I hope you feel like you accomplished it, so you can shut the fuck up now and just stop.
The greater good has spoken. Right.
Mom said all the best for voices. She did add a lot to the panels. She absolutely did. I've said that so many times. Even before this rift, I've said voices contributes a lot to channels. She might have her bad side, but she's got her good side too. She's funny. She's knowledgeable about a lot of things. She's smart.
A lot of things. She really is a lot of things, you know.
She was faking it till she made it, and she didn't make it. And I hope she keeps faking it till she makes it. And then when she makes it, she'll land somewhere that she belongs. Okay, that's just how it is. It's how the universe rolls.
She's supposedly working on you know, like repairing her credibility, and she just fucked it all up. Like she really didn't do herself any favors at all.
Nope.
All right, so yeah, it's been a crazy 2 or 3 days, guys. I've had a lot of thoughts and a lot of emotions and pertaining to Voices leaving the hive and deciding to go the route she has. And I wrote my thoughts out when I was going over one of the lives today. So, my message to Voices. We accepted you in when you had nowhere to go. You yourself have said that your existence in life would be miserable without the internet, YouTube, and the people you interact with here. Queen knew a little of your past and was still open to allowing you on her panel, as you had never done anything to her personally. She gave you that chance. It was day after day of shit being thrown up to her about you being there. Day after day of her channel being attacked for her giving you grace. Day after day of people coming into Queen's chats in droves to call you out. Who stood up for you, Queen in the Hive? Who helped you to behave accordingly, Queen in the Hive? Who held you accountable when you would leave the hive and go say gross real life shit about other people on your other DC panel, Queen in the Hive? Who helped make you aware of how things you say can hurt people, Queen in the Hive? If you ask me, being part of the hive is what made you a better person, at least for the time being. You are such a shitty human being that being with the hive was hard for you. You said yourself that you were tired of not being able to be yourself with the hive. Having morals is hard for you. Doing the right thing is hard for you. You say that is what you were trying to do now, that you couldn't live with feeling like a hypocrite, even though Jonesing could. I hate to break it to you, but everything you're doing now is just that, hypocritical. At first, you did things somewhat right. You were mad at Ellie, in turn, being mad at anyone else who seen the autopsy photos of Gannon, and you decided to leave the hive. Fine. That's your prerogative. It took a week, a whole week, for you to bring up the private StreamYard that you were in with me and the supposed private messages between you and Queen. I'll give it to you. That was shocking. Considering all of your past history with other communities, they weren't allowed that grace period before the real shitty you came out. So I guess maybe thank you for that? I don't know. When your shitty self couldn't handle being a decent human anymore, the first thing you do is run to enemies of Queen. Leak out tiny bits of false information to Laura. Today you got on Dolly's panel. Yup, that's right. Anyone who didn't know, she sure did. And what did you do, Voices? Well, as I'm sure most of you can already figure that answer out, she lied. What goes on in private should stay that way, which is why she has never been allowed into private DMs, private StreamYards, or Discord before the night of my breakdown or after. We all knew you couldn't be trusted. I had a brief lapse in judgment and allowed you in there. You leaving the hive doesn't hurt us. The lies you were telling when you leave is what hurts us. I hope you take a beat, take a moment, and realize how much Queen in the Hive helped you to be a better person. No matter how much you try to convince people otherwise now. The nerve of you to sit your ass on a panel day in and day out and support Queen, the Hive, myself, the hippie hut, support everything we said, support what we called out, supported the stopping of tragedy pimping, even changing your own opinions to match ours. You did this for 10 months. And then to leave the hive and go to Laura's panel, Dolly's panel, and condemn me for my vulnerable moment and condemn Queen for her past shows that you are the hypocrite, leading a sad, hypocritical life where no one wants you around or even to know you. The hive and the hippie hut will not be responding to your lies anymore. So your need and want for attention will not be met. I hope you sit and bounce on that, bitch.